Up next is you're going to need a bigger boat.
Jaws reference for my 1980s kids out there.
What
Whoop
do you
whoop.
What do you think the best line is in
In Blow?
in
Oh, wrong movie. I'm sorry.
I got two. I had to pick two.
That's not what you. First off, that. No, that's not what you messaged me. We had a pre-production meeting 2 weeks ago, and you told me to choose three. So you're lying to me now?
Oh no, those top three scenes. We were only supposed to pick one quote, or just whatever. It's our show, man. We can do whatever we want.
Okay, let's go.
So how many do you have?
Three.
Okay. All right, cool. So you do one, I'll do one, you do one, I'll do one, then you do one. You start
Yes,
it,
sir.
you start it, and wrap it up.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. All right, so here we go.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I apologize. I did forget one. I'm sorry. So
Okay,
flip
so
the
I'll do one, you do one, I
go
do
for it.
one.
3, 2, call it.
No, all that going in there. I ain't calling anything.
That's what she said.
All right, my first one is it's right at the beginning, or towards the beginning. T'Chaka, he says, "You're going to struggle."
Who's T'Chaka?
Who is T'Chaka?
I have no idea. T'Challa is Chadwick Boseman. T'Chaka.
Oh, damn! You're gonna call me on a
Well, we're doing a
technicality?
professional show. I'm going to call you if you're going to pick up.
All right, that guy, T'Challa's father.
No, that is T'Chaka.
Yeah, that's who I said.
I thought you were talking about the Will Ferrell movie. Land.
No,
Go ahead.
one of us is talking about the movie that we're doing in the episode. So he says, which man, I'm feeling this even more than ever right now. He says, "You're going to struggle, so you need to surround yourself with people you trust." That is like a proverb inside the movie. I thought that was really awesome.
To me, that's something that resonates. Yet again, the film resonates to something that's not talking about culture or color or a demographic of people. What it's talking about is birds of a feather flock together. Surround yourself around. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the dumbest building. Stuff like that. Because again, you want people who are going to elevate you. Like even with me and you, the essence of what we're doing. Like they say, friendship and business don't mix, and I'm a firm believer of that. But I do believe if you're truly but if you're someone's friends first, then business comes second. So our friendship is first, but because we so much respect our craft that as friends, we both know how much we care about film that we won't let this show fail. And that's what
When you consider like where that quote is coming from, that's coming from a man who his own brother betrayed him, and his right hand man kept a secret literally to the grave. So he had both examples of like somebody close to you that you can't trust and someone close to you that you can. So that just adds so much weight to that.
I concur, sir.
All right, what you got?
All right, so okay, to me, this hits home on so many levels. This show is about film. This show is about what we do. This show is about our lives. At the end of the day, we're here to entertain you guys. We're here to just be a guide to all you kids out there who are thinking about being filmmakers and picking up a camera and buying one and learning, going on YouTube or spending too much money at Full Sail. We love you, Full Sail, but if you had us as directors, you make more money and have less students. But that's a subject for another day. So I don't want to like preface this with anything. I'm just here to say that I am who I am. When I use the term blurred, most people will look at it and say, "Oh, you're just saying black nerd." Well, no, that's actually a thing because it's one thing to be a nerd, which I would love to just be a nerd. I would love to just be a film geek. Unfortunately, the world I live in doesn't allow me to do that. So when the world is, I only paint the world that I see. So you can't, if you're not living in my world, you can't understand it. While you can empathize, you can never sympathize. Don't tell me you understand. So for me in this film, and while it hit home, to quote Doc Rivers from the LA Clippers, I wish I could just be a coach. And to me, in my sentiment, what that means, I wish I could just be an actor. I wish I could just be a director. I wish I could just be your friend. And me and you are really good friends, best friends. But at the end of the day, innately, because of the world I was programmed in, thank goodness I know how to hack life. that I can break out of those confines and still I won't let the hatred that the world bleeds to me make me not be a friend first, be a father first, be a human first, be a film critic or a film or great actor first. So thankfully I can go above that. I say all that to say this: my best quote from the film comes from your best actor for the film, or your best actor of the for our first episode, Mr. Michael B. Jordan. And by me saying that, you should know that I definitely mean it because
Oh,
you.
I know what I already know what you're doing. What it
Well, then
is.
you should have chose it then. My best line for the film goes to a gentleman who I've competed with my entire life, even though he doesn't know it. And while I've competed with him, I may talk shit about him with my friends, but publicly I have nothing but respect for this gentleman because while I don't know him as a person as far as his acting skills, I have nothing but respect for because like real recognize real. So my best quote for the film of Black Panther goes to Michael B. Jordan, character wise known as Eric Killmonger. The line was, "Bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships because they knew death was better than bondage." To me, as he mentioned earlier in the episode, I had a lot of quotes prior to this that I thought were super awesome, funny, and clever, but I. What do you want me to tell you? You want me to look in this camera and be super happy that I'm intelligent? You want me to look in this camera and be super happy that I've loved film since the day I was born? You want me to look in this camera and be like, oh, this is a great show. We shouldn't talk about stuff because we have to monetize ourselves and reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm not going to do that. Whether this show,
Subscribe. Sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
it's okay. Definitely subscribe. Whether this show fails or does not fail, one thing you cannot change is that I know where I come from. I know how awesome I am. And to hear that quote from an actor that I am in competition with, respectfully in competition with, because that's what made this show so great. For me to pour my heart out and say that,
Oh, Sterling K. Brown.
what will Brown do for you? For me to pour my heart out and say to you that that line means so much to me because before I knew I wanted to be an actor, before I knew that I wanted to see the world in a different light, I knew that I would rather down my knees than live on my feet. And so, as me and him have talked about, we both agree that if we had to make a choice between Eric Killmonger and King T'Challa, while I respect what T'Challa was trying to do in the world that I live, I would love to accept reality for what I want it to be, but I have to respect it for the reality that I live in. So to me, that was my best quote of the film because I resonated with it so much. First, as a human. Secondly, as an African American. Thirdly, as an activist. Fourthly, as an artist. So you see where my priorities lie. I'm like, again, I can only tell you the world I live in. Don't tell me I shouldn't feel the way I feel if you don't live the world that I live in. I live in a world to where, for film purpose wise, I hate when they like cast other characters as different characters. Like when Daredevil character recast Kingpin as a black character, I hated that. Like I don't want to see like I love the fact that Miles Morales, the Black Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse is the dopest movie, and a black director and a black character got the love that they deserve, and that's dope
Mm-hmm.
because see that was worth it. That Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. But I don't want to see these other characters, whether white, black, or blue. I want people to realize, yes, I grew up with 98% superheroes that look nothing like me, David.
Yeah.
And I was taught that they were better, smarter, faster. That's the program that was set into my mind, matrix wise. This is a film podcast. Shall we not talk about film? I was fed a pill,
Mm-hmm.
but because I come from a heritage to where they gave me the last name Roy. That's the name that was given to me. I would like to think that y'all chose the wrong motherfucker to give the last name Roy. You knew my ego was too hard for that. So I resonate with this film so much because that quote there is exactly, had I been born 100 years earlier, or we've been born 100 later, me and you would have never met. We're the products of people fighting hard from both sides of it, people that fought for us. So this quote to me is my best quote of the film because to me, death is better than bondage. I will never be a slave to anyone.
Yeah, that was a killer final line for him, and perfectly fitting too. And that is a somber conclusion to we're going to need a bigger boat.
That's the trailer.